Hey, Giants fans, how's everyone feeling today? Let's get right into it. Do you think the New York Giants' offensive struggles are due to a fundamental mismatch between their players and the scheme? Or is the problem deeper than that? Today, we're tackling one of the most pressing questions for Big Blue. Is the offense simply a quarterback away from success, or are there systemic issues holding this team back? Stick around as we analyze how the Giants' offense evolved under Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka and explore the challenges and potential solutions for 2025. Before we dive in, help us reach our next milestone of 2,000 subscribers. If you're a true Giants fan, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We're building a community for all things Giants, and your support makes it happen. Let's grow together. Go Big Blue. The offensive puzzle. Let's start by setting the stage. The New York Giants have invested heavily in their offense over the past couple of years. From drafting exciting playmakers like Jalin Hyatt and Malik Nabers to acquiring big-name talents like Darren Waller, the Giants clearly aim to create a dynamic, explosive unit. Yet, the results haven't matched expectations. The offense feels like a puzzle with mismatched pieces. One week, it looks functional. The next, it's struggling to sustain drives or capitalize on opportunities. This inconsistency begs the question: is the problem the scheme itself, or are the players being asked to execute something they're not suited for? To answer that, we'll look at the scheme's evolution, the quarterback's role, and what needs to change moving forward. But first, let's hear from you. What's your take on the Giants' offense? Is it the scheme, the players, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts below while we dive deeper into this pressing issue. The evolution of the scheme. Over the last 3 years, the Giants' offense has undergone significant changes. In 2022, Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka leaned heavily on RPO, run-pass option, concepts. The idea was to keep defenses guessing while exploiting their tendencies. Initially, this approach showed promise but quickly became predictable as opponents adjusted, forcing the Giants into unfavorable situations. To counteract this, the Giants transitioned to a West Coast offense with a focus on quick, short passes. While this strategy worked against weaker defenses, stronger opponents exploited its limitations. The biggest issue? Conservatism. The offense's reluctance to take risks meant it had little margin for error. Fast forward to the 2023 offseason, and the Giants doubled down on adding explosiveness to their arsenal. Darren Waller, Jalin Hyatt, and Paris Campbell were brought in to stretch the field vertically, creating space for playmakers like Saquon Barkley underneath. Unfortunately, injuries and inconsistent execution derailed these plans. Outside of a brief flash against the Cardinals, the vision never materialized. As the Giants pivoted again, drafting Malik Nabers and emphasizing the passing game over the run, the offense only seemed to regress further. What started as a promising evolution has instead raised more questions than answers. The quarterback dilemma. A critical piece of this puzzle lies at the quarterback position. Daniel Jones, the face of the franchise, has shown flashes of brilliance in specific systems but has struggled to adapt to others. His best performances came in simplified schemes that limited his reads, like his rookie year under Pat Shurmur. However, as the Giants pushed for a more aggressive, downfield approach, Jones's limitations became apparent. Under Daboll, the offense often thrived on short, quick passes and limited reads for Jones. While effective in certain situations, this approach lacked the explosive plays needed to win against top-tier defenses. When Tyrod Taylor stepped in as a starter, the offense gained a new dynamic. Taylor's deep passing ability opened up the field, allowing players like Jalin Hyatt and Darius Slayton to shine. But the inconsistency returned once Jones resumed the role. This friction raises an essential question. Should the Giants continue building their offense around Jones, or is it time to find a quarterback better suited to the vertical, explosive scheme they're trying to implement? It's a dilemma that will likely define the offseason and the team's future trajectory. Building toward 2025. Looking ahead, the Giants face crucial decisions. The offensive line, when healthy, has shown it can execute a diverse running scheme and provide enough protection for vertical plays. However, injuries and inconsistent performance have made this unit unreliable at times. Addressing depth and durability will be key. At the skill positions, the Giants have a mix of promising talent and lingering questions. Malik Neighbors has the potential to be a true number one receiver, but needs to refine his game to eliminate drops and penalties. Meanwhile, Wan'Dale Robinson has proven to be an effective slot receiver, capable of gaining tough yards after the catch. But the potential departure of Darius Slayton in free agency could leave a void that requires attention. The quarterback question looms largest of all. Whether it's Jones, Taylor, or someone new, the Giants must find a leader who fits their offensive philosophy. The right quarterback could unlock the potential of this roster, transforming the offense from a liability into a strength. As the New York Giants prepare to host the Indianapolis Colts at MetLife Stadium this Sunday, fans are left pondering what could have been. With a disappointing 2-13 record, it's clear that the Giants need more than just a spark. They need talent, depth, and leadership. While a win this weekend would be a morale boost, let's entertain an intriguing scenario. What if the Giants could steal a player from the Colts roster to immediately upgrade their own? This thought experiment isn't just wishful thinking. It's a way to spotlight the areas where the Giants are most vulnerable and highlight how specific players could address those gaps. From the Colts roster, several names come to mind. Alec Pierce, DeForest Buckner, Kenny Moore too, but one player towers above the rest: guard Quenton Nelson. Known for his dominance on the offensive line, Nelson could be the cornerstone the Giants' O-line desperately needs. So, Giants fans, stick around as we dissect why Nelson stands out, how he could change the dynamics of the team, and whether there are other worthy contenders from the Colts. And don't forget, your opinions matter. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Why the Giants need Quenton Nelson. The New York Giants' offensive line has been a consistent source of frustration this season. Despite moments of brilliance, the lack of consistency has left the team struggling to protect their quarterback and establish the run game. Enter Quenton Nelson, one of the most well-rounded offensive linemen in the league. His ability to excel in both pass protection and run blocking could transform the Giants' offensive line from a liability to a strength. Nelson's stats speak for themselves, ranking in the top 6 for both pass protection and run blocking. He's a force to be reckoned with. Imagine Saquon Barkley running behind a line anchored by Nelson. The possibilities are endless. Not to mention the ripple effect his presence would have on the rest of the line, elevating the performance of his teammates and providing much-needed stability. Beyond his technical skills, Nelson brings something intangible yet invaluable: leadership. The Giants have lacked veteran leaders who can rally the troops and set the tone, particularly on the offensive side. Nelson's experience and work ethic would not only elevate the play of his peers, but also set a standard for future talent. Other Colts players worth considering. While Quenton Nelson is the standout choice, he's not the only Colts player who could make an impact for the Giants. Defensive lineman DeForest Buckner is another game-changer. With his ability to disrupt the pocket and shut down the run, Buckner could bring the physicality and dominance the Giants' defense has been missing. Then there's Kenny Moore too, a versatile cornerback who excels in coverage and isn't afraid to mix it up in the run game. The Giants' secondary has shown promise, but adding a proven playmaker like Moore could elevate the unit to a new level. His knack for creating turnovers could be a game-changer in close contests. Wide receiver Alec Pierce also deserves a mention. The Giants have struggled to find consistent production from their receiving core, and Pierce's combination of size, speed, and hands would provide a reliable target for any quarterback. His ability to stretch the field could open up opportunities for the entire offense. What if we had to choose someone else? While Nelson is the obvious choice, let's explore an alternative scenario. What if the Giants focused on adding depth to their tackle position? Bernhard Raimann, for example, is a young and promising player who could grow into a key contributor. He might not have Nelson's accolades, but his potential is undeniable. Another intriguing option is guard Will Fries. While not as established as Nelson, Fries has shown flashes of brilliance and could be a cost-effective addition. Pairing him with existing talent could solidify the line without breaking the bank. Of course, these moves would require sacrifices and adjustments elsewhere. Would the Giants be willing to reallocate resources to prioritize these positions? It's a tough call, but one that could pay dividends in the long run. So, Giants Nation, what do you think? Would you stick with Nelson, or would you take a gamble on one of these alternatives? Giants fans, what do you think? Is it time to move on from Daniel Jones, or should the team continue building around him? How would you fix the offense heading into 2025? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your insights. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Help us hit our goal of 2,000 subscribers as we continue bringing you the latest Giants news and analysis. Together, we can build the ultimate community for Big Blue fans. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go Giants!